And we're live. Welcome back. Episode 2, Meet the Team.
This is a platform for our agents to, in a non-threatening way, be authentic.
Or threatening.
Pineapples.
With our following, people can snoop, get to know you, and I want to get to know you too.
And I think our Meet the Team video is our best one so far.
Nice.
Like, I do think people want to know more about the agents, what brought you to the team, what your business looked like before the team, what makes you tick as a person, all that stuff.
Pineapples.
And
I think in this
no
setting
safe words
too,
here.
it's like no safe words. Oh God, get me out of here. And I think like in this kind of setting too, right? Because I can sit here and talk all day long about myself. I really could. But like, you know, this is so much better.
Have it be a conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
And people might be wondering why I'm not the next guest. And that's because I'm not ready to be exposed yet.
No, you're next.
Not ready to put it all over the internet yet.
We're going to get through our top producers first.
And you
Where
are,
are they?
you, stop.
Why am I in here then?
This all hinges on whether or not you
Is this me?
produce.
Oh God. Okay.
No pressure. But she did just send 2.9
9.
million. Well, you sent a 1.9 and you
and
said
then
a
the other one was
750,
770.
775.
I can't do math unless it's 3%. So.
So you can tell us a 3% of $3.6
I
million.
lied. I don't know that either.
3.6, but $3.6 million under contract in a day.
Yes.
Ish.
Did that.
Couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tell us what that's like. Because there's a lot of agents that do 3.6 in a year and wipe their hands and call it a year.
What?
Yeah.
No.
4 deals is the average per 50% of our industry in Utah. So about 9,000 agents or so will do 4 deals or less this year.
Aw. And it's like that's like their part-time job, right? Like they're not.
No,
like,
they're considering themselves full time.
Oh,
But it could be that they're not the only income in the household.
okay, that's fair. Because my kids would die. We would all perish, and we wouldn't be here.
You have expensive taste. You went on some cool vacations. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
So my kids.
But yeah, like you come in, 13 years of experience. I'll be honest with you. Part of my nerves about having you on the team, right? I always have like concerns about everybody that joins because I'm very protective of what we're building here. And I think now you've been here for a month, you see why. Part of the nerves for me were that somebody that's been a solo agent for 13 years, how are you going to adapt to the team lifestyle? Because the stuff that we're asking from you is not the stuff that you have to deal with when you're your quote unquote your own boss running a solo operation. So tell us what kind of your first month on the team has been like.
It was hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like having to clock in, and then having to follow the steps. And I did a couple like looks at Tony, kind of like, hey, do you like know who I am, type of thing. And he was like, no, like everybody has to do this. And I was like, oh, but do you know who I am?
You know, I'm your Realtor Karina, right? Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, he cut it out. Like, no, we still have to do this. But it's funny because I needed it. And I told myself, like, hey, yeah, like, I can work from home. I've been on my own. I know how to do this, but, like, I need structure. Like, somebody tell me what to do. And then somebody told me what to do. And I was like, hey, yeah, I don't know about this.
Cut that out.
Yeah.
Pineapple.
Cut it out. Pineapples.
Yeah.
I would do it. But, no, it's been really good. So it's like, yeah, definitely, like, adapting. But it's been fine. I mean, I was, like, when I first started full-time real estate, I was on a team. So I kind of know how that works. Started my own team. And I was like, oh, my God, this is crazy. I can't do this. And then did solo again, and then came back. And no, it's good. I like it.
What would you say has been the best thing so far in your first 30 days?
The best thing? Boo Maddox.
Stop.
We do not need
We
that.
already did my episode.
I think the team, coming into a team, everybody is like super hardworking, super motivating. I actually was watching Simone Biles, her documentary last night.
On Netflix, check it out.
On Netflix, yeah. And she was talking about how, 2020, what happened in wherever it was, she like did horrible, comes back and is trying to train, and she's in the gym, and all the other gymnasts are like, oh my God, like you're Simone, you can do anything. And she was like, I wanted to quit 500,000 times, and if it wasn't for them, I would have. And so I feel like having a support group of like what, people like you doing what you do day in and out is 100% like your key to success in anything.
Yeah. And how many times do any of us here in the office just announce on our way out, we're quitting?
Never. That never happens.
Yesterday.
Well, and I think it's interesting too, because the team that we're ensembling, bringing together, I'm not doing part-time. We're not letting people that are in here thinking, hey, 4 deals in a year is a lot. Because I want people coming in here thinking, I want to be like Karina and I want to put $3 million under contract every single month, right? So like, I think all of the trainings are done at a higher level than at other brokerages where you have part-time agents, right? And I mean that with all due disrespect. I think it's really, really difficult if you are... I'm learning this, right? Because this is my first time doing this. My background is production, so I've never done this whole team lead thing. Yeah. What I'm realizing, though, is that you have to train to the lowest skill set in the room. And so if we can just eliminate some of those lower skill set individuals, you're allowed to raise the bar, and I think it takes the team further.
Yeah, I agree, because, I mean, you can only do so much training, right? You can't teach that ambition. You can't teach... I want to put $3 million under contract every single month. You can't teach that. I can teach you can teach how to sell a house, but that has to like come, that fire has to be in you, I think, already.
And that's what I'm telling everybody when we're interviewing them. I told both of you guys when we interviewed you guys, I'm not David Goggins. I'm not going to be in here every morning. Who's going to carry the boats, Jake? Who's going to carry the logs, Jake? Because I'm not somebody that has to motivate myself, right? Yeah. My motivation is my kids. Yeah. My motivation is my wife. My motivation is providing a different type of life for them. And so if I have to be responsible for teaching you how to motivate yourself, this is not going to be a good fit. And I think that the team is an example of that, because how often are we doing mindset and motivation trainings in here?
In the mornings, like...
Yeah.
But I think we all motivate each other in just a different way, talking about it, right? We're talking about offers. We're helping each other with offers. Hey, this just happened, or let me, vent about our amazing, fun, non-stressful clients. And just being in that environment, I think, is motivating in itself.
We all have our own cubicles, but the amount of time we're in each other's cubicles is probably more than we're in our own.
Pineapples. Just kidding.
Okay, I feel like we are getting a good start on this business with you, but let's get a bit personal. Tell us your story, Karina. Where did it come from? How did it go from, this is what I want to be when I grow up, to I'm in real estate now?
So once upon a time, just kidding. I was telling you yesterday, I totally forgot. I know that I started in property management, but you took me into a time that I had completely forgot about. I was 19, and I was sitting in a kitchen, and I had a piece of paper in front of me with a line down the middle, and one side said paralegal and one side said real estate. And I was on the phone with like a slick counselor and going over like both of these things. And I really wanted to be a lawyer because I really like arguing and telling people what to do. We'll get into that part later. And forgot about it. Talked to her, had the pros and cons list, completely forgot about it. And then started in property management. How
old were you when you started in real estate in general, would you say?
Oh my gosh, I know.
Age,
then people are going to age
I think it's important to understand.
She's
it's
been
context.
in real estate for 13 years.
It's context.
I think I was, okay, so I was 22, 23. I really can't do math. And I was doing call centers. And finally one day I was like, I got fired from the last call center because I got in a car accident, and I was on like my 8th mark or like my 8th strike, right? And I was like crying. I come into work, I'm like, I literally just got rear-ended. And they're like, it's your last one, like you gotta go. And I'm like packing up my stuff in a box, and I walked out of there and I said, I will never, ever let this be a thing ever again. Like, this is crazy. And so I was like, I don't care what job I take as long as it is not a call center or anything like that. And so I got on KSL because, back in my day, that's how you found jobs.
Hey, KSL is still relevant.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like Indeed and stuff.
KSL.
No.
Oh. Anyway, I find this little receptionist position for this, it was like law firm type of thing, whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. I walk in and I get hired as a receptionist, and then I find out it's a property management company. So I go from receptionist to leasing agent to leasing manager to property manager. And then I'm at property manager, and then it becomes a law, actually, that you have to get your real estate license. And so they send me to school, get my real estate license. I do 4 deals my first year because that's funny, because I was part-time, because I was still doing property management. I was also working at the gym. I was waitressing and driving for Lyft.
Because you were only doing 4 deals a year.
Yeah, exactly. And I have 2 kids. I'm 22, 23, and I'm like, I have 3 people that need to survive solely on me.
Single mom,
yeah. So I'm working 4 jobs, whatever I can get my hands on. And then I dive right into full-time real estate. And I join a team, and ever since then, I never, and I think about this now, and I shot myself in the foot, but I never gave myself like a backup option. I was never like, oh, Karina, like you could still be a lawyer, like you could still no, I burn the boats. And then every 6 months, I'm like,
I love that phrase,
I shouldn't have done that, because now
Now this is my whole
I have nothing. I
personality.
have nothing
Yeah,
to
now
fall
I'm
back
committed
on.
to this.
Every 6 months that I want to quit and I go like fix my resume, I'm like 10 years of real estate, 12 years of real estate. Like I know nothing
You
else.
get further away from it.
Yeah. You could sprinkle some marketing stuff in there, but that's about it. But that's what I told myself. I said, if I'm going to do this, I'm not going to be the agent that like leaves in a bad market. I'm not going to be the agent that does this and that. And at the time, I didn't even know the stats. I just told myself, I'm not going to be that person. And so, yeah, I burned the boats, and 13 years later, here I am.
You decided you're not going to be a statistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually decided that in my marriage, and then I hung on like to the marriage because I didn't want to be a statistic, and then letting that one go. Actually, that one didn't work out, and it was fine because the other statistic on that side was fun. But yeah, like way better.
No, I love that for your career and everything. So you've been in this for so long, and you clearly help so many clients. What would you say is your value proposition to your client?
Did we started this? Do you know who I am? That's how we started this. No, I think just like knowledge of the cities, right? I mean, I've 13 years. I can drive by any single city in street in a city and have either sold a house or rented a house. So the market I know like the back of my hand. And the more I do this, the more I learn. The more I know. I can tell you what a house will sell for just looking at it. Like it's just second nature to me at this point. I know nothing else. It's kind of sad.
I mean, yes and no.
Sad
Right? I
in
mean,
the best way.
real estate agents get a bad rap, I think, but I do think that the really good ones deserve more love and praise. Right? Like I do think that the really good ones, and I think that's what we're going to see more of with this NAR lawsuit, is we're going to see the really good ones climb to the surface. Yeah. And those are going to be the ones that are routinely getting business, routinely getting repeat business. And those are going to be the ones that are transacting at a high level. None of this 3, 4, 5 deals a year type stuff. Like those are going to be the ones that people are saying, hey, you have to use your Realtor Karina on this. My Realtor Karina on this, because there is not a better experience where even though we weren't buying it from an investment perspective, we understand the economics behind it and we understand why this was a good purchase outside of it fits our family needs.
Yeah, exactly.
What would you say is your like passion in real estate? Because clearly you look down the line, it was law, real estate. You chose real estate. Why?
I think it was just, it fell in my lap. Like, I get asked that a lot, and I'm not the agent that woke up one day and checked stocks or whatever they did and was like, oh, I can make so much money here, let me get my license. No, I just didn't want to do call centers. I wanted to start in something, and it happened for me. I've been very fortunate enough to land in this little office, in South Salt Lake and work my way up. Like, I don't have this, like I said, the story of, like, I want to be Ryan Serhant tomorrow. Like, I want to, like, do all this stuff.
There's nothing wrong with people that have that opinion.
At all. Nothing.
There's nothing wrong with people that grew up wanting to be a real estate agent.
No.
Some of us see a lot of nobility in this profession.
That's totally fine. What I'm just saying is that's just not what happened for me. It just fell in my lap, and I was like, all right, this is cool. Let's do this. I did go back. I wanted to be a lawyer, though. Like, a few years ago, I went to the S.J. Quinney School of Law, and I was like, hi, I'd like to submit my application.
And they're like, do you have a resume? And it says real estate agent on it. They're like,
no, they were like, oh, yeah, so you need 7 years of school before you can even go to law school. And I turned around, and I was like, do you need to buy or sell a house? Because I'm not doing this.
Go to California. You don't need school. Just
Really?
take the bar. I thought about studying for the LSAT. Yeah.
Truly?
I considered law, too.
No way. Is there any other states? Because I would love to do that anywhere but California or here.
So for your clientele, your business, what would you say is your like demographic or like your geographical? Like what does your business look like?
800 credit scores, $3 million houses, always.
That's called manifesting. What does the actual client list look like?
What's your focus?
I don't like definitely within. I'm not going to be driving forever. I did that in the beginning, and we talked about this, agents that will take anything to do that. Nowadays, I'm in anywhere maybe 5 to 10 miles from where I live in Harriman.
So South Salt Lake County, North Utah County is kind of the window.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is a testament to like what you've said, Boo, is you want each of our agents, like you say it better, but so let's just have you say it.
Our focus, what we think Utah's market is going to look like in the next 3 to 5 years is the hyper-local agent's going to win. Okay. The agent that doesn't have to drive all across the county, all across the valley, from Logan to Park City to Payson to Santa Quin to Nephi, And I think at the beginning, what you said is super important to understand. I think at the beginning, you do have to take everything.
Yeah.
You have to approach this with a hunger mindset of, I'm going to take everything as it comes. But my goal for all of the agents is within 2 to 3 years to do what you've done in your business, which is just to narrow that scope of focus down. Because I think it does a couple of things. Number one, I think you're a better agent when you do that, which means it's a better transaction for your client and it's a better system, better process. But I think ultimately what I'm trying to avoid with that is I think a lot of agents that get into this, right? 80 something percent of agents get out within the first 2 years, 90 something percent are out within 5. And I think it's because that burnout, right? If you were driving that much, you're not, if you actually were to take a P&L of your business, profit and loss statement, for those of you not in economics class, profit and loss statement of your business, you're not making the money that you think you are when you're driving all over the place. Yeah, it is sad. There's those deals that you've closed that I'm sure you look at the end of it and you're like, I made $50 on this thing.
Yeah.
When you factor in gas, when you factor in time, when you factor in everything that went into getting that deal done, you really didn't make what a lot of real estate agents think they make when they're being honest with themselves.
Or just the public, right? The public thinks we make all this money too, and they don't understand. Like, let me show you. I'm not going to show you my P&L because it's sad. But if I did, and a lot of us, they'd understand that. Oh, real estate, they get paid a lot. Da 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 da.
The average real estate agent in Utah last year made $52,000. Sorry, grossed $52,000. Right? So when you factor in mileage, when you factor in time, when you factor in everything that goes into doing this job at a high level, they probably paid money to be real estate agents that year.
Dang.
Yeah, we have our board dues, we have our business expenses, taxes.
What?
But what?
Wait, we have to pay those?
Yeah.
Those weren't taken out?
Is that the letters I've been getting? They keep coming to my house. I don't know.
The IRS keeps sending them our way?
But I think the hustle is real in the beginning, and you did that. Everyone has to go through it. It's like paying your dues. But then it becomes the hyper-local real estate agent. You want to have your focus. You want to build a business that you ultimately want to work in. And
longevity.
The longevity.
Yeah.
And a lot of us don't know what our specialty is going to be or what we like doing with real estate. Some people are like, I only want to work with investors. Some people are like, I only want to work with my friends and family. And it's like, great.
I hope you have a big family.
Yeah. But, that's what the hustle is for.
Yeah, I definitely paid my dues. I have pictures of my kids, like, sitting on the floor while I'm doing a showing at, like, 9 o'clock at night. And we had to get dinner on the way because it was probably the last house of, like, 8 I showed that night. Or all this stuff, driving all over the place, and my kids just hanging out. And it was funny because they would come with me on showings. They'd walk in and be like, ew, these cabinets are ugly, and this carpet sucks. And I was like, going to talk, and I was like, hey, if we're in a house, like, I'm trying to sell it, you can't do that. So then we walk into a house, and they're like, wow, like, this house is so nice. I was like, good job.
I do think that this is understated in our market. There's a lot of people that think they look at people that have sold a bunch of real estate and they don't understand what it took to get there.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, I think there's a lot of people that look at my business and they see 200 transactions in a year and they're like, he's got it made.
Yeah.
They didn't see me calling and lying to other model home agents saying, hey, Karina, I have on my schedule I was supposed to cover for somebody today. Was that you? Knowing that agent would give me their model home shift. Right? I used to lie about, like, if I was covering or not for them. If it's for part of the hustle, I'm okay with it, I think. Right? But, like, I covered a model home 6 days a week for my first 2.5 years in the business and did not skip a day. Right? Like, if you want to get to the point where you see some of these people and where their business is at, the amount of hustle that it takes it's I tell everybody when I'm interviewing them, I'm not after massive action. I'm after consistent daily action. Because I think that's what, and it's consistent daily action for longer than 30 days. So that's why it's not a motivational thing, right? That's why I don't hire based on if I think you're a motivated person or not. I hire you based on if I think that you're going to put the time in that it takes to be successful at this. And I think that is what gets so swept under the rug in this industry, because the top people are like, oh, I just post on Instagram 4 times a week and it works for me. Yeah. That's great. Tell me how you got there, though.
Yeah. Yep.
One of my goals with this whole thing, with this podcast, with the YouTube channel, with what we're doing here at the Perry Group, at least my part in it, my goal is that the reality TV shows is not reality. And I want this to be like an authentic, personal way of what happens in real estate. I mean, there's just a narrative that is not truthful. Yeah. And we're here to be the truth in it all.
The truth.
So why Perry Group for you? Why did you join the Perry Group?
You looked really fast over here. Tell me now.
Well, earlier
I'm excited to hear this.
You started out on a team, and then you went solo. You built a team, and now you're at the Perry Group. Like, what about the Perry Group drew you here?
If you can't beat them, join them.
Hey, facts.
I mean, really, saw it all over the place, and it's just that motivating factor, right? You can be at a flat fee brokerage and get 99% of your commission, which is great, but if you're working from home and I just, okay, personally, I can't do that. I need people. If I'm working from home, I'm not motivated. I'm turning on a movie at 2:00 in the day. I'm doing the dishes. I'm doing that whole thing, and then like months go by, and then my bank account's like, well, hey, wait.
Are you sure you want to turn on Selling Manhattan?
Yeah, seriously. So for the Perry Group, it was just kind of, if you can't beat them, join them. When I started a team that lasted it was very short lived. I remember getting on Zillow and buying, I was going to buy leads for my team, and it was like the Perry Group wants this and the Perry Group wants that. And I'm like, what the fuck are these guys like? Fuck is a Perry Group? And then I started seeing them around at like other stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's who they are. Like, cool, whatever. And then it really just got to a point where I was like, if I can't beat them, which I didn't try, I'm just gonna join them. So far, it's been good.
We love to hear it. Why Utah?
Oh, that was absolutely no choice of mine at all, whatsoever. At all. My parents decided to live here, and I'm actually wanting to get out soon. So.
You are.
Mm-hmm.
Edit that out, Jordan, please.
Yeah. Not anytime soon, but like soon.
No further questions. What are your goals? Personal,
God, I
business?
feel like I'm on a date. What are your short-term goals? What are your long-term goals?
Where do you see yourself in 2 years?
As far as
Favorite
what?
color?
Yeah, I know. What are your hobbies?
No, like just you're on the Perry Group. You're in real estate. You have your 2 kids. Like, if you were to build your vision board, like what are your goals? What are you doing this for?
Okay, well, if we're gonna get deep and real and raw, pineapples. I used to vision board. I used to do the manifesting thing. You know what I do now? I write daily goals and I stick to that, because sometimes the vision that you think you want isn't the vision that's for you, and you'll never know. And you can put yourself in a box and say, I want A, B, C, and D, but really X, Y, Z is probably what's for you, and you won't see it because you're stuck in what you think you want. We can know what we want, have an idea, but at the end of the day, I don't know. Like, so every day I have these goals, make my calls or get these listings done or get these clients done, kids, stuff like that. And then whatever's put in front of me, I just have to really have faith that that's what's for me, and letting go of my controlling part of it, which is also the manifesting part, has been so hard, because I've been able to get where I am based off control, right? Controlling of my business, controlling of a lot of things in my life, and I'm not where I want to be. And that's enough motivation for me to like look back and 13 years in and have what I have. It's not what I thought it's not what I wanted. I wanted more. And I didn't get it, because in my head now I'm thinking, well, it's because you were in this box. This is what you were focused on, when you probably missed out on these opportunities and didn't even know it. So now I'm, just free bird, going with
How
the
would you
flow.
define success then over the next 11 months, like on the team? Mm-hmm. What would, looking backwards a year from now, what would deem success to you in your first 12 months with the team?
Putting my head down, going to work, doing what I needed to do, staying super low key with all aspects of my life, and helping as many people as I can, and buying the car I really want.
Which is
Which is
going to be a 2022 GLE AMG 53.
So there is goals.
So if
Specific-
Mercedes wants to sponsor me,
wait, specific 2022.
because that's the new one. It has like the dash is like
The full screen?
Dash, yeah, that's
What color?
Black on black.
Black on black on black.
Black on black. Which I'm not even gonna get to it, but never mind.
Go
I was
ahead.
wearing all black and I was like, shoot, I'm gonna match Boo, and then you're wearing all black too, and then Boo walks in.
You caught me on the one day I'm not wearing all
know.
black.
I was driving here and I was like, oh, dang. Oh well.
We had to break it up. I knew we were doing this interview, and I knew you guys were going to be wearing all black.
Black is my favorite color, so when you ask, so there's that.
Is black a color? Just kidding.
It better be, because that's the only one my colorblind ass can see. So
What? Okay, so you mentioned earlier that you worked at a gym,
Mm-hmm.
and I know you have hobbies, so let's talk about them. What are your hobbies?
So I like long walks on the beach. Boxing, for sure. I love boxing. Got my kids. I started with just cardio. It just was like, oh, this is cool. It's good cardio. My friend started a kids gym, brought my kids in, and they hated it at first. And now my 18-year-old is a Golden Glove champ and wants to do it. My youngest son is in there too. I'm preparing for a fight myself in November. Something about getting.
have you heard about this?
I've heard briefly, but let's get into it.
Oh.
War Room?
War Room,
November?
Mexico versus USA. November 16th, I think is what it is. So I've been boxing for a long time, but I think it's time just to get it out of the way. Like,
To get hit in the face.
To get in the face.
Yeah.
Publicly. Because I've done it before. Because everyone's always like, when are you getting in the ring? And I'm like, listen, this is the money maker. I don't know. But I think it's just, I got to do it, even if I get knocked out. But there's something like to be said, right? Like everyone has a plan until you get hit in the face.
Yeah.
And that could go with real estate. That can go with anything. You think you have a plan, and then all of a sudden there's an NAR lawsuit and everything changes. So yeah, those are my goals. Those are my hobbies. Another one is traveling. Love to travel. Love to see different places, different people, different food.
What's your favorite destination? Any like go back
Greece.
tos kind of thing?
Oh, Greece. Wow. Santorini. Amazing. I'd go back
Here
there.
it's lovely this time of
I
year.
know you and Court got Greek food the other day, and I was so jealous. I was like,
so
that smells
good.
so good.
Love it.
Okay. Did you have any further questions? Or
No,
do we wanna
that's
get
it.
into
That's
Jake's
good.
takes?
Jake's takes time.
All right. These are rapid fire questions. These were not sent to you in advance.
Oh my God, wait. Pineapples. I'm not ready for this. What?
All right. These
Okay.
ones are either or. Okay.
Okay.
Love it or hate it kind of things. Country music.
Hate.
Ugh.
Disgusting.
All right, now you're gonna
I'm getting
now
judged?
you're gonna get hit in the face before November 16th.
It's okay. I'm on your team.
Okay.
Tesla Cybertruck.
No.
Somebody pour me a drink. Somebody pour
We've
me
mentioned
a
this a lot.
shot.
Pineapple on pizza.
No. No.
Just as a safe word.
All right. Now these are one or the other kind of
Okay.
things. All right. Winter Olympics or Summer Olympics?
Summer.
Starbucks or Dutch Bros?
Starbucks.
There's Starbucks off camera, guys. Story check.
Starbucks, please sponsor us.
East Coast or West Coast?
Ooh. East Coast now.
What part? Like what state would you say?
If I could like pack up my stuff today and have enough money for me and my kids to leave tomorrow, I'm going to Florida. So that's been one of my goals actually for a long time.
Do you want to get your license in Florida? Super easy.
You know how long I've tried? You know how many times I've taken their fucking course?
This is what you need to do. We have reciprocity with Georgia.
Okay.
Go there.
With
Georgia has reciprocity with Florida.
Why didn't I meet you sooner? Like this is like I could be a lawyer in Florida tomorrow.
Disneyland or Disney World?
Disney World.
She just said Florida.
I know.
Yeah.
I should have skipped
I
that
had to
one.
think which one was where.
Fire or water?
Water. What the fuck did you choose? Fire. I want to burn. What? You chose fire?
Yeah.
Why?
You ever sat around a campfire?
Yeah, it stinks.
Oh my gosh.
I always end up being the smoke magnet at a campfire
Yeah,
where I'm
me
like,
too.
I move to the other side, the smoke goes to the other
Yeah.
side. Yeah, hate it.
Can't do it.
Morning person or night owl?
Morning person.
Peppermint or pumpkin spice?
Oh my God, pumpkin spice, please.
When is it coming back?
Soon.
It's almost that time of year.
Is it? Yes.
It's almost that time of year.
Chocolate or vanilla?
We're talking ice cream, right?
The flavor in general.
We tripped her up, guys.
Chocolate.
Okay.
You're gonna be fired
I
if
know.
you keep going down this road.
All right. Now these are real estate based. Single level or 2-story?
2-story.
New construction or resale?
Depends on the builder. New construction, depending on the builder.
Which builder?
Not saying.
Edge Homes, please sponsor us.
Yeah, brought to you
Please.
by Flip or Hold.
Flip.
Okay. Mountain views or lake view?
Lake, ocean, water, please. Can we go right
Florida.
now? Yes. Florida.
All right. And
I feel like you watched my interview and literally just said the exact opposite things of me.
Really?
why'd you hire her?
I know. Why am
I
I
don't.
here?
Jake's takes are gonna start making it into our interview process,
Yeah.
just so I can have a more,
Come in here first.
so
and
I
then
can have
we'll
a
see.
more aligned community.
Listen, we're gonna start interviewing people through the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you make
That
it to
actually
the
would be
channel,
fun.
That would actually. Jordan, make a note.
Poor Jordan. All right, and now we have some final questions that we're going to be asking everyone on the podcast. I removed one from yours. Tell us your worst or most embarrassing family party or event experience in 3 words or 3 small phrases. For example, mine is Thanksgiving, gravy, junior high.
Can you use that in a sentence? What? Do those go together?
That's he's alluding to the story.
Okay,
My
By 3,
most embarrassing
okay,
story
gotcha.
from a family party or
And
event.
yours are what?
Mine is Thanksgiving, gravy, junior high.
So many scenarios. Most embarrassing family.
booze was, pre-mission, family drama. What was the last one?
Grandpa.
Oh, okay. Fake cousins. Okay. wait.
Damn.
No. Cut that out. That's not.
No, you have to finish this now. You can't give a hook like that and then not give the body of the story. Fake cousins.
Just 3 words or 3
God.
small phrases. That's
Let
one.
me pick another one. No.
No, you have to. You have to. I let you go with the chocolate and the lake and the water stuff you were saying earlier. You have to finish this one.
Okay.
Fake cousins.
Christmas. Parents.
Okay, no follow-up question.
Thank you, God, please. Pineapples.
I brought a prop this time. How would you peel this banana?
Is it? Oh, yeah,
Which end do you start from?
the
Oh
top.
my gosh.
Are you guys kidding me? People start here?
Have you ever tried it?
Life-changing.
I need you to get a banana on the way home from work today and just pinch this portion right here. Just pinch it and it will open up into 3 beautiful sliced peels. I don't even like bananas and I at least know how to open them. Golly.
No, I have never in my entire life have even heard of opening it on this side.
I will pay for it.
I need a poll.
I will pay for it.
immediately.
All right.
Comment in the comments down below. How do you open a banana?
How do you, is it open or peel?
Peel? Open? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Shuck.
Shuck? How do you shuck a banana?
How do you, oh my God. Yeah,
That'll
I've never
be-
heard of
I need you to
that.
try it
So
tonight.
you pinch the top.
Pinch the top.
Like so.
and it will open up.
I think this has been one of the best interviews. It's only been the second.
Aw,
and we're
thanks.
already
That was
going to be
better than
topping
Moo.
the first one.
Your answers were all wrong, but the story.
So yes,
carried
I
that.
was.
But thank
Have
you
your
so
banana
much
back.
for peeling the banana and opening up about yourself for our followers. Do you have anything else that you want to share?
Follow me on Instagram at YourRealtorKarina.
Also TPG till you move to Florida.
And I know. Can I open one in Florida?
Yes.
We'll talk about it.
We'll tell Jack.